Welcome back, welcome back. Shout out to my sponsors. I appreciate you for everything you do, for always supporting us, supporting the platform, and making the platform grow. All right, so let's get into it. As you know, I'm still awake, so we're just gonna get into the stories because there's no time for Serene. Let's talk about Mama Folorunsho Alakija. All right, there's a report that came out a few days ago, and I did watch Auntie B's show on this topic as well. Billionaire divorced a lot. Folorunsho Alakija and her husband heading for Splitsville. I think this woman is damn near one of the top three richest women in Nigeria. But one thing that you might not be privy to is that the husband is probably just as rich. It's probably what they see on paper that they're reporting, and they're creating Forbes news around. So keep that at the back of your mind as we continue to talk about this. All right. But anyway, welcome back. Let's talk about this report on the wheel. I'm just going to go ahead and read. Folorunsho Alakija and Modukbe separate March 10th. After over 30 years of marital bliss and just at the twilight of her marriage, former society matriarch turned minister of the gospel, Folorunsho Alakija suffered a devastating marital crisis. According to very reliable sources close to the wheel, the mother of four, who is also Nigeria's wealthiest woman, has allegedly separated from her husband Modukwe. The businessman allegedly no longer spends cold nights in the arms of his wife on their matrimonial bed in their highbrow Ikoyi, Lagos home. The couple were alleged to have been having frequent squabbles, which allegedly necessitated, let me get rid of that sound, all right, sorry about that, which allegedly necessitated the wealthy woman to demand utmost privacy in her home. All right, so they're painting this picture like she owns the home, and yeah, right. But again, what you see in the list of billionaires also have limitations. Sometimes it's just the wealth they're able to count on paper. Okay, but we don't know, right? Let's keep going here. So in the privacy of our home, but anyway, they're separated right now. That's the important information. He was forced to seek accommodation elsewhere. He allegedly lives alone within the same Ikoyi neighborhood, which means another home Ikoyi is a rich neighborhood, right? That's like the Beverly Hills of Nigeria, right? Or even top, but like beyond Beverly Hills, right? He was forced to seek accommodation elsewhere. He allegedly lives alone within the same. The calls and text messages to him seeking clarification went unanswered, of course. Sources reveal that it has not been smooth sailing for the couple these past few years, and they have allegedly been forced to put up a united front because of their status in the society. All right. This latest development is coming barely 5 months after the Wheel exclusively reported that the former fashion designer and founder of Famfa Oil Limited, an oil and gas exploration business, has allegedly been battling some health challenges, particularly with her eyes. Okay, she's also going through a lot in her health. Family and friends, that can put a dent on a marriage too. All right, that can help. It's not by itself, but it can help put a serious dent in a marriage. I think what a lot of people are wondering about is like, why so late? That was a question that I saw kept coming up on Auntie B show. Why so late? Why so late? I get it. Life can be rough on people, regardless of how rich you get. Money can only buy so far, right? Family and friends tried as much as they could to put a lid on it, just as they tried to with her current marital status. Okay, so that's what in terms of the health challenges. Her health challenge became more pronounced when one of her sons tied the knot early last year, and very unlike the Alakijas of old, there was little or no noise about the marriage ceremony. During the wedding, the media was tactically controlled, and photographers were not allowed to take pictures arbitrarily, and anyone found doing so was asked to delete them. The planning of the wedding was on a need to know basis, and guests who got the invitation were well scrutinized. All right, so there's also another report that was when I was listening to the TV show, something about the husband, Mr. Modupe Alakija, is also had some recent situations with his membership with the Ikoyi Rotary Club or something like that, that he was engaged in some basketballs, physical basketballs in public. So, but another thing is that I've personally noticed that she took off her jewelries, earrings, and stuff like that. She had like a drastic lifestyle change over the past few years, I think. And all of those things are pointing in the direction of some issues beyond just divorce. And if there was any kind of crack they had open in that marriage in the first place, health challenges, disagreements with regards to faith, all of that will put a dent in the relationship. And she might just. Another thing that we can also think about is the financial. It might just be a financial arrangement. You never know. There might be some kind of money they're trying to protect. When you get into that level of class in society, there are certain structurings that can happen randomly. And so how come they might have to file a public divorce paper to separate certain sectors or pockets of their finances? Maybe some people are coming for them. Who knows? We will never know until we get some kind of statement from them, which I don't think there's any kind of statement out directly from them. So we just don't know. And I'm saying that particularly because it's so late. I mean, they're 70 something years old. Like, she could literally buy whatever she wants without having to drag her name or her family's name through the mud. So there's definitely something deeper going on beyond just divorce as you and I would typically know it. This is not your typical divorce, or no. There's something else going on here. It could be spiritual. It might has a lot to do with the health challenges, but I think it's probably more like a spiritual, because for her to start taking earrings off and just going drastically changing her lifestyle, at least from what I could see, usually is because people are going through some kind of life crisis. And sometimes people get in a position where they're seeking answers. They're just looking for any answers from anywhere that it might come from. And, sometimes God, sometimes their own version of God, sometimes Babalawo, they're looking for answers. And no matter how old they get, they can easily get stuck in that vicious cycle of always seeking answers. And unfortunately, in life, we will never have all the answers. And if a person cannot find peace in knowing that we will never find all the answers, they might not know peace. And I mean PEACE, okay? And of course, that can create a division between her and her husband. And, I don't know. But I don't think this is our typical situation. That's all I'm saying. There's more to this than meets the eyes. And squabbles, maybe, they might be having squabbles. What kind of squabble are you going to hear in that compound in Ikoyi? Maybe people close to them have seen arguments and stuff like that. You never know. But my main point today is that there's more to this, okay? There's definitely more to this story, because they're saying they no longer spend cold nights in the arms of his wife on their matrimonial bed. Like, that's just painting words. How do you know that, right? We don't know, all right? These are older folks, these are older folks. You know what they say, we should learn how to stay out of grown folks' business. Right, but this is in the public domain now, so we have to talk about it, and it's about marriage, and typically Nigerian couples, once they are getting past the 35-year mark, it's highly unlikely they will ever go through divorce, even if they're not really together in a romantic way. Like, so two things that my mind is pointed to here: something spiritual, or some kind of financial structure where they had to file something in the courts, and that makes it a public record. Everybody have access to that, okay? Especially in Ikoyi, if they file any kind of paperwork in Ikoyi, there are spies that are always looking for things like that. If they see a name like Folorunsho Alakija, Alakija, I don't know. Help me. Put the army on it. If you can put the army on it in the put Alakija. Folorunsho Alakija, I think Alakija. I think I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So there's more to it, but my mind is really pointing in the direction of two things: financial or spiritual, but definitely not your typical divorce story where you like just. This is one of those cases where I would even say, yeah, stay out of grown folks' business. I doubt if we will ever find out anymore. He moved out. Who knows? He moved out to their second home in Ikoyi. Do they always use that place too before? I don't know. Anyway, if we find more, we'll let you know. Okay, but don't look at this situation. This is not your typical situation. If you're an average person like the rest of us, this is not the stuff you want to worry about. But it's in the news, so there you have it. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think is happening? Do you think it has nothing to do with spiritual? You disagree with me, or you think so, or you have some context to add to it? Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Whatever it is, I would like to. I'm curious. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next 20 seconds. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified whenever we go live. I'll see you in 20 seconds.
Beautiful girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.